Hello, my name is Kevin Rabian, and I'm a neuroscientist, and I'm the head of the research department at France Alzheimer et Maladies Apparentées. As you may know, sports do an incredible job at keeping people healthy as long as it is practiced properly. And like the proverb says, a healthy body is a healthy mind. That's why France Alzheimer has a deep interest in adapted sport for people living with dementia. And with that context in mind, I would like to present you today our partnership with the French Federation of Table Tennis, which I will now call the FFTT. But first, a few words about our association. France Alzheimer was created in 1985 and is the only association recognized as public utility for Alzheimer's and related diseases. We are strong of 101 local branches that cover the whole country, including overseas territories. We have 4 main missions that dictate our action, which are the following: raising public and authorities' awareness about dementia that include our advocacy for a better consideration of the people living with dementia and their caregivers, and that translate into communication campaign through different medias, as well as requests to the government. Then, contributing to the progress of research through collaboration and grants. Our main action will be our call for projects, which helps lab team and young researchers with more than 1.2 million euros each year. Now, regarding training healthcare professionals, volunteers, and caregivers in order to improve the accompaniment of people living with dementia and to help their loved one during that difficult period. We recently obtained a state certificate that highlights the quality of our training. And finally, helping and bringing support to families with different activities and offers that are specifically designed for them. To showcase our work in that domain, we present you an action that we are currently conducting with the FFTT. Regarding that collaboration, since 2020, we shared our strengths in order to promote adapted sport and activities for people living with dementia and their family caregivers. For that, we have created specific sport sessions in multiple partners clubs. And even if we lack literature about that sport, table tennis is a great activity for people living with dementia. It has several virtues such as socialization, focus, perception of space, and motor coordination. And all of that explain our deep interest in the table tennis as an adapted sport for population. Thus, our main objective in this partnership were to promote table tennis to all publics, including people living with dementia and their caregivers. And we'd like to raise awareness about that sport to the general public as well in order to promote inclusivity, which is one of our overall objectives of our association. In a second time, we wanted to develop a close proximity in France between table tennis clubs and our local branches. That greatly helped favoring a routine for people living with dementia and create a sane and safe activity for them to practice and share with their beloved one. And finally, we wanted to build a current offers that can answer the need and desire of our population regarding adapted sports and activity and healthcare. Now, how that partnerships work. First of all, we met and thought about our common objectives to help people living with dementia practice table tennis properly and safely. The discussion was alimented by our previous experience that initiate a rapprochement between FFTT clubs and our local branches to ensure that the demand meets the offer. It appeared early that commitment was needed in order to make this work, and we deeply thank all the professionals that escort our population during the preparation of several sports workshops. We had great testimonies from both people living with dementia and their caregivers, but also from coaches that accompany them about that shared experience. And finally, we have a mutual agreement regarding sciences, since we agreed to evaluate the interest of table tennis for people living with dementia and their caregiver through a scientific study. Regarding that specific topic, I will explain it further just after a quick quote from our president, Joël Jaouen, regarding the partnership we developed with the FFTT. Our president said that this partnership is fully in line with the fight against the prejudice that affect the families concerned on a daily basis. All of the action implemented will make it possible to enrich the support and well-being of people with Alzheimer's disease and their caregivers, and to move toward together as a more inclusive society. And finally, I'd like to finish my talk with the studies that we are currently designing in collaboration with the FFTT in order to evaluate if the table tennis was indeed interesting for people living with dementia and caregivers, and what its impact would be on these people. We are planning to develop a rigorous scientific method with the help of a research lab led by Pierre-Louis Bernard. The main objective will be to evaluate the impact of table tennis on the well-being from both a physical and psychological perspectives of people living with dementia, of course, but also their family caregivers. We have already close to 20 clubs that are interested in participating in that study, and we hope that it will allow us to recruit around 200 participants, including people living with dementia and caregivers in the whole country. We plan to start the study in early 2023 and should be able to foresee the results in 2024. That's all I want to share with you today. I'd like to thank you for your attention, and if you have any question, please don't hesitate to email me. Bye.